Hello everyone, hope everybody's doing great today. Appreciate those of you who watch this video. I hope you enjoy it. And today we talk about The Naked Gun starring Liam Neeson. This is like a remake slash sequel, and I'm kind of glad they did tie it into the original ones. Liam Nelson's character is the son of Leslie Nelson's character. I wonder if they did that on purpose, had two actors' names are the same. I highly doubt it. But they do have kind of like a similar background, right? You know, Liam Neeson, not really known for his comedy timing, right? He's known for his action movies, dramas, his serious stuff, you know, over the top. I don't know. His action movies ain't really over the top. But you know what I'm talking about. He's known for his action movies. Nothing really funny. They put in this one. And I feel like he did a pretty good job. Not as good as Leslie Nielsen, but he still hits those lines pretty hard. You know, his seriousness about all the ridiculous stuff that's going on. And overall, I did enjoy not the original. I did enjoy the original, but I also did enjoy the remake. Laughed. I haven't laughed at a new movie in a long time. And I thought this one was probably the funniest one I've seen in a while. Of the new ones, I've been watching a lot of the old ones, if you've seen my channel. But of the new ones, you know, it's really hard. And there's a lot of jokes in here. And I didn't laugh at everything. But I'll say for the majority of the time, I had a rocking good time watching this movie. I like how they did like continuous jokes throughout the movie. The one that's pretty much from the beginning to the end. It was the whole coffee thing, you know, they'd be drinking a lot of coffee in this movie. I thought it was hilarious. You know, already have a cup of coffee and somebody hands them a cup of coffee and they drink it. I thought it would be appropriate though at the end. I thought it would be like as the last big payoff gag of them drinking coffee. Would have been nice, like during the fight scene, like right before they started fighting, somebody handed him a cup of coffee right before he fought. That would be pretty funny. But yeah, I did like the coffee gag, and it was just so much of these that I really enjoyed. I think they did though, you know, like they did a lot of the same formula as the original Naked Guns, but they didn't have the O.J. Simpson character in there, where you know if you've seen the original Naked Guns. O.J. Simpson always gets hurt, and he's always, you know, shot up or something. And Leslie Nielsen's character is always accidentally hurting him throughout the movie. They needed like a character like that for this, just to kind of, because that's part of the Naked Gun formula, you know, like a character. Didn't have to be a black guy, it could be anybody. You know, it didn't have to be O.J. Simpson's character's son, but you know, somebody where they get hurt and then Liam Nelson. I did it. I messed up the names. Liam Nelson's hurting him throughout the whole movie. I know. I thought it would be a good tie-in also to the original Naked Gun movies. Pamela Anderson does a good job in this one. She's kind of funny, you know. She's kind of like the Priscilla Presley character. The Presley character. Sorry, too many P's, and I'm not a very good speaker. You know, she didn't have a lot of comedy lines in this one, and the original ones, and Pamela Anderson doesn't really either. But you know, I think she's on par with the rest of the actors. She didn't bring it down. I'm not a very, I don't really have a lot of respect for Pamela Anderson as an actress. I thought she's, you know, below average, but this one, you know, she pulled her weight. She wasn't terrible. She was actually pretty good in this movie. She did fit it in really well with the rest of the characters. Like I said, there's a lot of jokes in this movie, and for me, a lot of them landed. The Leslie Nielsen character, you know, him portraying it, like I said, it's not as good as Liam Nielsen's character. It's not as good as Leslie Nielsen's character portrayed, but it is very well done. He does a great job of delivering his lines and his mannerisms. Just like in the original one, you know, you got this chaotic stuff going on in this movie, and all the actors are just like treating it like, you know, real life, that they're in a serious drama, which makes it, you know, these movies funny. It's been a long time, I believe, that we have had like a parody movie like this, and like the original ones, they didn't really do too many jokes. I don't know, trying to think back now, it's been a couple of weeks since I've seen this one, just going off my notes. I don't know too many jokes that if you didn't live in 2025 that you wouldn't get 20 years from now. So I think this movie's going to age well. A lot of the jokes are within the universe of the movie. You know, the coffee joke, you know, that's just the whole idea, you know, your idea of your typical cop, you know, always drinking coffee. I guess they should have thrown in some donuts now, but I think the donut stereotype is kind of going away for the cops. You know, you don't really hear that very much, but you know, the whole coffee thing was very prevalent in this one. And when you watch, you know, any of these cop shows, they're always drinking coffee and stuff like that. Overall, I did enjoy it. When it comes out and I'm able to buy it on digital or the physical copy, I'm a Gen X person. I like my movies, my music, physical, like CDs and DVDs and Blu-rays and all that good stuff. So I probably will buy the Blu-ray when it comes out. I always get the Blu-ray in the digital. That way, if they try to mess up the digital or take away my digital, I have the hard copy right there with me. So yeah, I really did enjoy this one. I think it's just as great, just as good as the original movies, just on par. And which is saying a big thing lately, because a lot of these Hollywood remakes these days are usually a lot worse than the original ones. And then it's like, why did you guys even bother remaking this movie if you're going to make it trash? This one, you can kind of tell that Seth MacFarlane really did like the source material. He kept true to its legacy, and it really pays off while you're watching this movie. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Have a great day, and until next time, bye-bye.